The internet was set ablaze once again as Bhad Bhabie, the controversial rapper and internet personality born Danielle Bregoli, made headlines with a set of jaw-dropping revelations about her alleged past relationship with rapper Chief Keef. These revelations didn't come from a social media rant or a vague post with cryptic captions. Instead, they came from a face-to-face conversation on Ari Fletcher's talk series, Dinner with the Dawn, which has recently become a hub for raw, unfiltered conversations that pull back the curtain on celebrity lives. And this particular conversation, which was supposed to be a casual sit-down, turned into something far more explosive and unsettling. As the cameras rolled and the wine poured, Bhad Bhabie, known for never holding back her words or emotions, got candid in a way that shocked even her most seasoned fans. Sitting across from Ari, her voice nonchalantly laced with memories and emotional ambiguity, she tried to unpack the dynamic she shared with Chief Keef. But it wasn't a fairy tale romance or a tragic love story. What she described was something more complicated, raw, and potentially disturbing. "I wouldn't call it, we wasn't like me and Levon," she said, casually referencing another man she once had a relationship with, perhaps trying to create contrast or maybe even draw attention away from the gravity of what was coming. Her tone was unguarded, as if she was no longer trying to protect a past or justify it. "I just used to go over there, hang out, get F***ed." There it was, dropped like a grenade on the dinner table. No filter. No censorship. No hesitation. Just raw truth, or at least her version of it. Her delivery was so casual it almost made the statement more alarming. The internet exploded not long after, with fans, critics, and concerned voices all rushing to dissect what she had just admitted on camera. She went on to describe their bond as really close, adding, "It was like a friendship with benefits. I don't know, I just call him my ex. I call everybody my ex." That line, while it may have seemed flippant, revealed something deeper, a potential coping mechanism, a way to generalize her past so it doesn't sting as much. Maybe if everyone is labeled an ex, the lines blur and the hurt becomes diluted. Or maybe it was her way of controlling the narrative, of deciding what label gets put on those who pass through her chaotic world. Bhad Bhabie made it clear that the relationship was never officially defined. They weren't exclusive. They weren't announcing their love in public. They weren't going on red carpets or getting matching tattoos. "We were doing our own thing," she explained, as if to justify the strange ambiguity. But that very vagueness is what left viewers unsettled. Because buried within that vagueness were traces of something that didn't feel quite right. And then came the part that made the room stop. She recalled a moment where Chief Keef said to her, "I can have any BTSH over here, but I still call you over here." At first, it sounded like a line from a typical on-again, off-again toxic relationship, possessive, inconsistent, laced with ego, but then she replied to him, "Oh, you've been having every BTH over here?" She laughed as she told the story, but it was a laugh that didn't sound entirely joyful. It was the kind of laugh that tried to cover up something deeper, maybe regret, maybe confusion, maybe pain. And then, almost unintentionally, came the line that sent the internet into a spiral of rage, concern, and debate. "I was like 6. Well, let me not say that," she stuttered, stopping herself mid-sentence as if she realized just how dangerous those words were. The air shifted. The implication that she might have been underage at the time of their relationship wasn't just speculation anymore. It was teetering on a confession. "I took it personal 'cause I was young. I got with somebody else and then left them for him," she continued, trying to veer the conversation forward, as though hoping that the viewers wouldn't cling too tightly to what she almost said. But it was too late. The damage was done. That one half sentence, coupled with everything else she shared, was enough to send Twitter, TikTok, and gossip blogs into a frenzy. The idea that she may have been below the age of consent during her alleged relationship with Chief Keef reignited long-standing concerns and criticisms about the way young girls in the industry are exploited, groomed, and mishandled. This isn't the first time Bhad Bhabie has made headlines for speaking out about her past with Chief Keef. Back in December, during a heated feud with Alabama Barker, the daughter of Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker, Bhabie went live on Instagram and shockingly admitted to having allegedly cheated on a partner at the time by getting involved with Chief Keef. "I was the one who cheated first." "I cheated by calling Sosa from the start," she confessed, again naming the rapper by his infamous nickname. While some fans brushed it off as typical celebrity drama, others began to piece together timelines trying to calculate how old Baby was during these alleged interactions. The numbers didn't sit right. People began reposting old photos, dates, and legal documents, trying to make sense of what was slowly becoming a more disturbing picture. Through all of this, Chief Keef has remained silent. Not a single tweet, no Instagram post, not even a vague comment through his inner circle. His silence has only fueled the fire. In the world of social media, silence is rarely interpreted as peace. It's usually seen as avoidance, guilt, or indifference. And in cases involving potential underage relationships, that silence becomes deafening. As clips from Baby's dinner with the Dawn interview began circulating on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Instagram Reels, and TikTok, reactions came fast and loud. One user, clearly shaken, wrote, "What's even sadder is no one is gonna give *T, they still gonna support Chief Keef and this chick. It's a sad, sad world we live in." Another added, "She didn't slip up because we knew this. Y'all just didn't care enough back then to know it was wrong." These weren't just throwaway comments, they were reflections of a society that often ignores uncomfortable truths, especially when those truths involve celebrities, fame, and money. Public outrage wasn't just directed at Chief Keef, but at the culture that allowed this to potentially happen unchecked. The music industry has long had a reputation for turning a blind eye when young girls are placed in vulnerable situations. From groupies barely out of high school to teen stars exploited by older executives, these stories are nothing new. What's new is the visibility. Social media has made it impossible to sweep these narratives under the rug. And yet, even with the visibility, the justice is often slow or non-existent. Some fans also turned their gaze toward Bhad Bhabie, questioning her intentions. Was she finally speaking out as a victim, or was she chasing clout by dangling her past in front of an audience hungry for drama? But even that question reflects a deeper societal flaw: the tendency to scrutinize and doubt young women who speak out about their past, especially when their pasts are messy and controversial. The fact remains, if she was underage at the time of this alleged relationship, it ceases to be just gossip and becomes a matter of legality and morality. Bhad Bhabie, for all her fame and controversy, is still only in her early 20s. But her story has always been one marred by exploitation. She shot to fame after a viral appearance on Dr. Phil at just 13 years old, where the infamous phrase, "Cash me aside, how about that?" turned her into an overnight sensation. But behind that meme was a troubled teenager being packaged and sold to the internet for entertainment. What followed was a whirlwind career of music, endorsements, and OnlyFans subscriptions, often making headlines for pushing the boundaries of what the public deems acceptable. Many of her critics believe that her rise to fame blurred the line between childhood and adulthood too quickly. The internet watched her grow up, but not with the protection or privacy a teenager should have. And while she has certainly leaned into the persona that fame created for her, it's difficult to ignore the psychological toll that kind of upbringing might have taken. Now, with her latest confession, people are starting to reassess not just her decisions, but the circumstances that shaped those decisions. Chief Keef did have a relationship with her while she was underage that opens up a door to legal and ethical questions that go far beyond just a messy celebrity hookup.